So this was the whatever when he spaced out and he was in the hospital bed. And then he saw Victor normal. So Jay was like, whoa, whoa, what just happened? You just spaced out. What happened? And then he snaps out of it. So Boyd's going around talking to people and he's talking to Sarah and he was like telling her the plan that they're going to go. The plan was that Boyd is going to go out at night and stab one of those things, which, Boyd did go handle Mr. Smiley, but he was saying, that was a way to kill him, which I don't know why they're not worried about someone else getting. I know Donna brought it up that someone else, they don't die. Someone will pop up pregnant and have another one of them. But anyway, right now, this is the plan. I guess they think this will really destroy them. So Boyd wants to do it. Sarah says, let me do it. But he said, no, just stay by your door so he can have a house to run to if he can't get back into the sheriff's place. So here's Sophia saying some kind of spell to Oscar. Or she said a spell on the egg. She was holding the egg and she whispered some spell, and then she leaned down to Oscar and was like, "It's time to play." And then she smashes the egg, and it's all bloody and on his chest. Donna's still annoyed she had a heart attack, but no surprise there. So Sophia can't make it back home before dark, so not that it matters, but so she's in Colony House. So she walks in Colony House and they're like, welcome. So Boyd is telling Kenny and Elgin Ellis the plan, and they're because he's like, what's wrong? Because they were looking at each other because they're like, Boyd is not going out there, not with his hand like that. So they're like, Dad, or Kenny's like, I'll go. And Ellis goes, we can't do without you, Dad. And he says, so we can do without Kenny. And they were like, you know what we mean. So and then his hand starts shaking, and so he gets a little pissed off, and he knows he probably should let Kenny do it. Sophia's still up in a room chanting, getting ready. Oscar wakes up and he's like feeling that stuff on his face and he is freaking out. Boyd is telling Kenny what to do. He's telling Kenny, go in, stab and run. Don't wait to see what happens. Just go. Kenny goes and does the opposite of what Boyd tells him to do. He stabs and he stands there. Like, what? He did the total opposite of what Boyd told him to do. Look at him. Like, there's no running. What? So he does run to the bus because that was one of the plans. But then he gets there and he can't close it. Well, he tries to close the door and Smiley's hand gets in the way. I don't know how Kenny let that happen. So Smiley gets in the bus and chases Kenny. Meanwhile, Fatima is seeing things. She can see what Smiley's seeing. This is what she's seeing, and Smiley's like coming at Kenny. Fatima's now getting interesting. And she's freaking out about it. Kenny's running from Smiley. He goes up to the top of the bus. At this point, I didn't even care what happened to Kenny because he was just being stupid. He gets up there. He sees all the people around the bus. He's trapped. Fatima's still seeing this. It looks like Kenny pretty much just gives up because Smiley's already on top of the bus with him. And you can tell he gave up. And I didn't really care because what were you doing? And then Smiley's walking towards him. He's like, I killed your dad, you know. Your dad made funny noises. Do you make funny noises? And then he gets all, Argh. Fatima says no, like, because she's seeing this. And then he kind of, I don't know what happens with him. He kind of freezes, and it almost looks like he was not, I don't know what happened, but something happened. Kenny finally does something, pushes Smiley off the bus, runs back down, and then puts the talisman up there. That was the one thing he did that he was supposed to. Or not Tabitha, but Fatima was trying to figure out what just happened. Y'all, here come Oscar in the house, the Colony House, cutting up. It was just utter. It was like chaos. And then I don't remember her name, but whatever her name was, it was at the when they were getting all the food and stuff when this all happened to them. She's like, Oscar, is that his wife? I don't know. She's like, Oscar, I know you're in there, girl. Please, Oscar is not in there. He was coming at her. And then Elgin stabs him and he dies, stabs him with that thing and he dies. So I guess it only works on the doll-ish people. I don't. And Sophia's just sitting back watching all this, all her work. And that's how the episode ends. So we'll see what happens next week. I mean, this was all chaos, but I loved it. And I know people are complain about like it's all questions and no answers, and I get it because there are a lot of questions, but there are some answers. We are getting some answers. But if you were a fan of like Lost, if you watch Lost, it was just like this, with not just like this, but with all the questions and mystery. But I kind of like that. So anyway, we'll see what happens next week.